right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Damage Control. This is Mookie, and joined over here with my brother Darth Beaver. And we're going to go ahead and just talk about our another week adventure of Marvel Strike Force. And just kind of recap what we've been doing this week, kind of experiences that we're hitting on within the arena. Arena looks a lot interesting as far as different matchup characters. So kind of want to see if Darth's running into the same type of defensive setups that I run into on a day-to-day basis. And then we'll go into the Doom Raid experiences with Bionic Avengers. See how we're doing on Cosmic Crucible. And then we'll kind of, go into at the end of all of that, we'll kind of go into the blog post and talk about what's upcoming for you guys and kind of be ready for the Hulkbuster event. All right, so hope you guys enjoy the show. Let's welcome Darth Beaver to the show. How are you doing, Darth?
Great. I'm great. Thanks, Mook.
All right, cool. Well, let me just stop all this over here. And let's bring up the gameplay. All right. So anyways, I wanted to kind of talk about my experiences and kind of hear what your experiences are. I feel like we're kind of in a low moment a little bit in regards to what's going on in the day-to-day. Like there's not much building aspect that we're kind of worried about. I mean, everything on the big end game road that we're looking at is about apocalypse. But there's no Scourge events going on right now, so it's kind of been on the cool side of things. But what has been coming up is this whole Bionic Avengers team. And I guess I'll talk about them first before we jump into the arena, because I want to know where you got your whole team set up at. I feel like they might be all 15 or something like that. What levels do you have them at?
15 on Iron Man and Hulkbuster, and 14 on everybody else.
Okay. Got you. And, for me, I got them 14 across the board.
15 on Viv Vision, too. I lied.
Okay. Would you say that's the priority? Would you say, from your current experiences, and we'll dive a little bit more deeper into it, but just as we're looking at them right now, who would be the top tier priority? Would you feel like it is Iron Man?
I think a lot of damage. Maybe Hulkbuster needs to be big too, though.
Yeah.
So they're all, like I said, it feels it's a lot like the Web Warriors. They work together as a 5-piece, and if you take one of them out, it doesn't work as well, and you need them all to survive. So, like for me, like the biggest three I want on my team are probably Hulkbuster, Deathlock, and Iron Man, because you just want people to melt, and that's going to be your two biggest damagers plus your protector on that team, who also does massive amounts of damage, and he's like a support with all the barrier and the slows he puts out and the offense down he puts out. So that was the order I went. I feel like regular Vision is probably the last one to get upgraded, and I probably went a little early with Viv Vision, but she's good. I act like she's not a damager. She's a damager. She's a great character, so they're all definitely going 215.
Where's your Hulkbuster at as far as star levels? Do you have him at 4 or 3?
3. No,
Three.
just 3.
Okay. Well,
the one pack man.
I'll tell you at this level, you're right. Man, I started kind of building him up. I do have him at 14. I probably should be hitting that button here soon. But he's the guy that always falls off my team first. Like he's always the one that gets dead. And you know what? Let's just jump into the Doom Raid since we're talking about it. Truthfully, I've been struggling a little bit, and I see my boy Morlick, and we share lanes over here on this side. And he's like, I'm loving it. And he's over there like dancing around, and I'm like, and now I feel like him. Like the roles have been opposite because he always struggled on tech side, and I was the one that was dancing, and now I'm just watching him. So let's talk about the setups here, because this is kind of where I remember seeing some infographic that kind of came out there on mobile. I was catching them during the stream, and he was talking about putting Hulkbuster from, this is a setup from like right to left, and just something with the order of operations. Do you have the visions on the back like that? This is kind of where things change within this next 3. Who do you have in the middle?
I have it exactly like you have.
You do? Okay. Because I've been seeing some people put Iron Man in the middle, or then I've seen some people, I guess the purpose of leaving him here is that he kind of spreads the ability energy towards the left or something like that. I don't know.
I don't know exactly what it is. I put it that way to put just, I don't know exactly why. I knew that I needed to keep Hulkbuster on the right and Viv Vision to the left of him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it is about the ability spread and just how it kind of pings a
Right.
certain direction. That's the whole concept. All right, so let's we'll go ahead and take a look here. Is there anything like do you even worry about cooldowns or do you just kind of go all out with your ult and
I have not worried about cooldowns yet.
okay. I don't know if that's what I'm kind of doing wrong. Obviously, we got the taunt. You have no choice but to go after him. Put the bleeds out there.
Especially you're gonna get flipped in a minute. There's nothing you can do about the flip that's coming either.
This one doesn't do nothing. So you think
Well,
specials?
you could. So if you ability blocked him, it would go to strange. I guess. I guess I just eat the flip. I usually go with the solar flare there.
Okay. Well, the taunt went off. Okay, now it comes
And I
over here.
blind the front row because
Okay.
because the other taunt came on.
All right. But normally the person of interest to going after is the OG Strange.
Well,
Is
just
it a
in case
flip?
he flips or whatever. But now I do the big one where you put slow on everybody, which is his ultimate.
Okay. Yeah, because usually this is who I'm all worried
Right.
about is
Now
the
it doesn't matter.
strangers.
He's strange is gonna bleed out.
Okay.
Okay. Now, yep. Do the AOE. That should kill almost everybody.
Cool. And then ability block
Block
Wong?
Nico.
Nico. Okay.
You have a bunch of ability blocks coming, so I guess it doesn't matter. But then the cool that also did Yellow Jacket, and then ability block Wong with. There you go.
Yeah, and I guess it's because Nico goes out first is the purpose of why you would want to go after that one. And then over here, this is just
Right
and
there. Just try to
I'm
kill
still
two
learning.
resistance.
Okay.
That'll give you your taunt, and it puts offense down on him. Now I want to kill Nico. Nico's way more dangerous than you think on this node. She was the bane of my existence before this team existed, which is probably why I hate her so much. Just basic. You don't want to waste your ability block.
Okay.
Because Wong's going to mostly. See, now I would delete her right here.
I don't have that all the way T4'd up. That's something I've been thinking about doing. I just haven't done it yet.
It's only 100% damage. Then I do the big one to slow all those characters again.
Yeah.
The ultimate.
And I'm just okay. And of course I'm looking at the striker vulnerable here. Who to target. Go after Nico. I didn't finish her yet. And then this dude is gonna
Right now.
does he have striker? No, it's Raider.
So much damage. I can't wait to get him big stars.
I know. So when I see him do all that, that's who I was kind of curious about that G15
Ultimate.
question. I was like, I
Yeah,
want.
I maybe should have done him first, but it's just how it went. He was also way more I had less focus catalysts, and he required more focus catalyst than Viv.
Yeah. Do you want to blind anybody? No, at this level, it looks like.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, Spider Woman won't get you now.
Okay.
Yeah, the AOE. See, I just continue to use my cooldowns at this point for the most part.
You do. See, that's what I
I
was
might start.
wondering. Like at this point, do you
I
start
might
going basic or?
probably. I would start going basic now.
All right. So we'll just auto out of here with the basic just to get that going.
Yeah, because everybody's pretty hamstrung there. Then kill magic next.
So it's the
And
second
then
one that gives me the trouble. Yeah, the first ones I can get through this one. I don't know why I'm having issues on the second node. Give the second node a
yeah,
shot.
pretty much full health. They're fun. I've been having a lot of fun playing with this team.
Now, besides the Doom that we're doing, I mean, have you started using them on Cosmic Crucible? Probably against Web Warrior matchups?
I've not yet, but I would. I did use them in War this week for a very effective 300k punch up against Web Warriors.
Mhm. Now, what's interesting is I've been seeing
Oh, he
some,
did it.
yeah, ability blocked over there.
It's just sketchy with Zemo there to take off a lot of your stuff, so it depends.
I'm telling you, this is the luck I run into. The
Beast is the
person,
number one target.
yeah,
At least for me, he is, because if he's still there when the other would, like, he's problems.
yeah,
Oof.
telling you, dude. All right, so ability block.
I would ability block him. Yep.
No, here's vision on the
Uh,
ropes.
ability block. Kitty.
Now this team's an interesting counter on Doom on a war, so you could definitely go after Doom now with all the ability blocks.
Surf. Yep, I'd hit Surfer with the ultimate probably on that. I don't know. You could hit. Yeah, just I don't know if anybody's gonna dodge. Is why I didn't pick Beast. I don't know if it's non.
It says cannot be
It
blocked or
cannot be blocked
dodged.
or dodged,
So
so I would go after Beast.
yeah,
And then, oh, he's ability blocked. We really want to just slows out there. All right, just you have to
yeah.
go.
I'm gonna. I don't know he's gonna dodge it, but the assist. All right, there she goes. There we go. And this is kind of like what.
Fudge monkeys
And tell you, this is what this is my experience.
special.
Um, this special. All right.
If Vision at 5 stars yet, or Vision at 5 stars yet, or is she just at 4 still?
I think she might be 4. I can't remember. I know
Pull those orbs, buddy.
I've been struggling her on her no, like yeah, I
Up,
need to be more
down.
aggressive, but shards I have hardly get anything in the middle. I'm like,
Are you
damn.
going? Are you going hard on her event?
Yeah, I mean I'm using all the
Are you
50s, but
spending?
I'm not spending
Are you?
hundreds.
You're not spending hundreds like you see. I'm spending hundreds on her this time because I pulled her at 6 red, and I want to fill it up like you did with whoever the last campaign character was. I can't remember. We talked
Yeah,
about it. Was it
I can't even remember.
Was it Valkyrie? I don't know. I can't remember. I remember a couple of you
Nah,
guys like got it on the last day with it on
yeah,
the event campaign.
maybe it was Valkyrie.
Oh, he got to go again. What a piece of shit. Excuse me, Twitch, if you're watching and didn't like that. Oh, and Iceman's just such trash. I feel that he's whacking guys on their turn even if they don't have slow.
Yeah, I get defensive up.
Oh,
Watch Shang is gonna wipe me out here soon.
it's gonna happen in a second.
That's why I'm wondering if I can get this guy out before.
Oh, shit.
And he just like freaking hopped after he killed me. Alright, one out. Anyways, I'll just let this shit auto. Yeah, this is kind of like kind of been my experience right here. And I don't know if it's RNG aspect of it or what, but I just feel like my team isn't built up enough. Maybe if I get them towards that, the target point is, yeah, I am going to get 15 across the board because there's going to be our daily raid team. So I'm going to go G15 off of them and then get them to like level 85, 90-ish. Just
See,
slowly
that's the other
work
thing
my
that's the
way.
difference between our accounts. Like you could take your characters to 14 and you have them at level 75.
Yeah.
All my characters are 85 except for Vision is 80.
Mm-hmm.
So the levels could mean a lot too.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, you see that, right? 75. So yeah, I need to get them up.
Oh,
I
look at
I
your
do have
Hulk. What is he,
4.
level 60? 65? Yeah, your Hulk is sad because of his
No, no,
levels, that's all.
no, he's 80. And then
Oh, is it 80? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's not so bad.
Yeah, because he keeps dying, so that's why I've been going to him. But now I can see that she's starting to be the person that gets knocked out. But yeah, it looks like on the vent I'll be all right. I'll get the 5 red, not the 6. But
Oh yeah, he'll definitely be there.
so I'll be right there. Now arena. So jumping back. So arena's interesting. So we're looking at Bionic Avengers, and I've been seeing some offensive setups on Discord talks. And I can't remember whose Discord channel it was. These are like sometimes I like jumping into Philosopher, Dorky Dad, and maybe it's just some too. When they kind of get into like just whoever are out there in their Discord world, just talking about like arena experiences. And they've been talking about putting Iron Man. Have you heard about that? The Iron Man has one of the offensive setups because of his special and how it like boosts the
He
negative.
can extend trauma. He
Yeah.
extends everything, including trauma. So I have heard about that.
Okay. I mean, there's so many different like kind of mashups. I don't think that this is all cookie cutter. I noticed that there is a solid 3-pack that I've been running into. Maybe I guess a 4-pack, but it's always going to be Emma because they want to get to speed manipulation on their defense. It's always going to be Dorm, and then of course Morgan Le Fay. And then this is kind of where things tinker, where like, okay, do you want to match it up with the Eternals, or do some people want to start throwing Agatha in there, and then Rogue? And that's kind of where I've seen things kind of jumble up a little bit. I mean, would you agree to that for your layout?
Yeah, there's you see dorm hold. I still see a few dorm hold teams, guys with really big dorm holds. I'm one of those guys. They just leave my Dorm hold on defense because if you have a big Agatha and a big Red Star Agatha and a big Red Star Morgan, matches just go sideways on RNG real quick. And if something goes wrong at the beginning of those attacks, it's just over. So I feel that that gives me the most chance for somebody else to not be successful, as whereas it may be one of the not the hardest one to beat, but it's got the less direct counter because of all the RNG that's involved. And yeah, I do see what you have here. It's basically exactly what you said. I don't know. I don't see Emma as much, but I see a
Really?
lot of I see a lot of Dorm and Morgan. And so like in mine right now, I'll look at it. I have a Dorm hold. I have a Dorm. I guess there is a couple Emmas in here. I have pretty much. I think I have exactly what you do in a different order. As now that I look at it, I have a Dorm hold. I have a Agatha and Rogue mixture, and then I have an Eternals mixture. So I guess you're absolutely right. Down here at the top, I'm looking at rank 10, 9, and 8 in my arena right now.
Okay.
So down here at the top, and there's 2 Dorm holds in the top, and the 4 people I can see.
And I think the concept of why I bring up them being like the 3, especially I'm adding Emma onto here, is because it forces your matchup to be that coin flip. There's 2 things of concerns when you get into these for me in the arena matches. Is my Morgan Le Fay gonna go first and ability block her, or is that gonna land or not? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just one aspect is my ability block. Would I go out? But then again, the second part of it is, do I go first? And then that's why Emma, it becomes part of that package deal and these setups and these matchups that I've been going through because, now you got 2 concerns. Um, so, yeah, I mean, so when I look at this one, so me, like in my casual approach, like if I'm looking to kind of work up, this is who I would feel more comfortable attacking. No disrespect to Shining Jack, but just because of that whole flip and turn control and speed control, that's kind of the only reason why I would do that. It's just that I know I feel a little bit more comfortable coming in there. Now, sometimes what you can do on this type of matchup, um, I guess I don't know if on my team, if I can switch change my team around. It's like, yeah, I would throw in Rogue into it because now you got 2 ability, block personnel to kind of work with. And I've been using Kestra a little bit, but testing it because our alliance were talking about this during the week, and I did do the whole Raider change because my whole team is nothing but strikers, so someone needed to land some vulnerables. So I did change that. Now, did it really help me as far as on arena? Not really. I mean, it's all because of like turn order. It's just kind of weird. Um, because usually on the first turn, you want to go ahead and use her ultimate onto this guy. And we'll just show you. We'll test it with this team. Because what's interesting about bringing in Kestro is that ping. When you start getting the defensive downs out there, it starts pinging away, even if he goes into his stealth. So I don't know if you tried it yet yourself, but so here's kind of where you cross your fingers and you want to. Oh, I just
Always focus on Agatha for this.
You do? Okay.
Because I want her to get the slow and the disrupt.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask you. So then you put it on here. Got
Oh God, you got neither.
nothing. So then when that happens, now I'm gonna put this, and that's what I like about Rogue. It's like well, first don't succeed and try again, kind of thing. It didn't.
It's fucked. That's
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
That's game. That's exactly why I think I hold like I do. I think a 6 red Morgan resists a lot more than a 5 red Morgan.
yeah. So I wonder if
You try to stun her now,
yeah,
or is it Agatha that you got to stun Agatha?
trying to stun Agatha, but look, there goes Dorm, that Kestrel.
And Rogue is cool because she's a mighty tank, man.
Yeah. Now here, then I'll focus on the defensive down.
Oof, that's a lot of buffs for Wong.
Yeah. I'm gonna be stuck behind this guy now. But I guess let's do it. Stun him. All right. I mean, at this point, you're just stuck behind a taunt. And it's just like a matter of when is my dorm gonna come up?
See, I don't ever even use my Dormammu on attack.
No?
Mm-mm.
Like for this, I like doing it just for the backup because of losing out on the coin flips. That's kind of where
Hmm.
he comes into play for me. It's just like, well, maybe he'll give me some RNG luck, and they're not attacking the people that I need. So
Rogue is cool here because she takes barrier with her basic. Like, there's a lot of good choices here.
yeah. Now here, this is kind of where the Raider effect will kind of be helping me with the vulnerable, so I can get some two taps out of all these strikers.
Hmm.
And I don't have that happening because I didn't change it.
Oh,
But
you
yeah,
didn't change it to.
no, I left her a striker right now. I just didn't feel like going into the roster setup and changing it while we're doing all this. All right, well, none of this gonna because I got this. What's it called? Disrupt was all set up. All right, and that's the big hit. Hey, so I can't remember. Now that every time when I see Heartless, and especially that damn move right there, it makes me think like I have to just do the 6 red stars on him now. Because I think we're starting to get like a good little surplus on. I
I
feel like
agree.
we are. I feel like we're getting like some elite store. So because of that, now I feel a little bit more comfortable with, now I can get like 3 characters into it. Let me see. But yeah, I would do Heartless, but I really would prefer Agatha over him, but I just don't have her at six stars. So
I'm super lucky with her.
yeah. I think I'll get this one. I'm gonna go in auto. Just um
They only got a minute left. It's pretty long match.
yeah, with all the revives still kicking in. But you see what Kestro ends up doing. So that's kind of where the theory has become here. Now, what I've also seen is people using Omega. Let me switch this. Have you seen Omega Red in any? Well, I don't know so much defensively, but offensively, I think what it all boils down to is that you look at your defensive opponent, see what they have out there, and then you basically start choosing your offense. And it's just a lot of testing behind it. So this week I've been real curious about it. That's why I wanted to talk about it. It's just kind of seeing your setups there. So for right now, currently I've been doing this Kestrel, and I put her on the defense, and I've noticed I've been able to kind of hold now because I don't use all 5 of my arena attacks anymore unless there's some milestone event going on. Um, so I haven't been that hard aggressively, but the win side of it is that for whatever reason it's been working out for me because when I had my full dorm hold defensive setup, I was falling into the 20s, 25 range. And then now that I changed it up a little bit, now I've been sticking between like the last 2 without using all 5 attacks, without really trying to battle my way up. I've been hanging around right here about, 11 to 13. So I've been happy with it. On Cosmic Crucible things to kind of wrap up. So on here, what did you come? Did you come out 3-0?
1 and 2.
Yeah? Damn.
Yeah. How'd you do?
I did 2-1.
Okay.
So I was in the middle of the pack there. And the previous week, I don't think because we didn't talk, I was out on the beach. Yeah, I was 1-2 last week. So I felt like I think that was back to back weeks. Last week that I was 1-2, and then this one I was able to go up a little bit. I think I lost the second round matchup, and that's kind of where I lost by efficiency points. I was pissed. Um, just mainly because I made like a bad decision on trying to go against some dorm hold team that was out there. I can't remember what room he was in, but that's kind of where my downfall is. It's like trying to get that efficiency point, like can I one tap that, or do I have to use 2 attacks? And that's kind of been the demise, which is it's interesting. I mean, that's really what this whole game mode tends to go down into. It's just making sure, And I guess for me, I know that they're going to clear out my defenses because I have been more offensive minded. And then that's where the choice making becomes like, hey, am I choosing the right setup, or do I have to go with a certain type of tank, team or not? But I don't know. So I guess that's my question for you because I saw Mobile Gamer this week, and I've been kind of curious about you. Did you see how he went all defensive heavy on his lineup, or did you catch his crucibles?
I did catch his crucibles, and I did see that. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Okay,
Okay, yeah. So I did catch his stuff.
and did that make you feel like you should do that or tinker with it a bit, or no?
Maybe like there's going to be some tinkering I do. I think not a whole bunch, but there's going to be some I believe is the way to go. So like I want to put my Wakandans in room 6 with Doom, I think. With Doom next to Okoye, because that's a pretty gross one. That's going to be the main change I make, I think. I've done a few things different. Like this, the past couple of weeks, I've wound up full clearing everybody, of course, but I've had a couple extra big teams sitting on my offense when everything was said and done. So
Yeah,
I improved my defenses a little bit this week, but I'm not willing to do the turtle thing where I put my Darkhold in one slot, and then I put Dormammu in a different slot with a team, and then I put my Unlimited in there. That's not fun for me, man. I still want to have fun.
yeah,
So,
I got you, and I am on the same page with you. Um, but I bring this up because I think that this is something that for those that want to go aggressive on Cosmic Crucible, to definitely be mindful and just kind of pay attention. I mean, you really have to. I know sometimes, speaking from my experience, you can get gun ho offensively and just kind of think about your offensive matchups nonstop, but also realize if you're leaving some meat on the bone that can help you defensively, you might as well go ahead and start making that change. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm really gonna kind of go through some thought process here as far as literally laying out who I need to keep offensively, and then kind of go back to this defensive setup because I know for a fact right here, this is what I keep staring at right here. Like this thing is not working whatsoever, and I
thought
think
it was going to work too. It might work better in War, but it's definitely not a Crucible team.
and it's because they're gonna bring Eternals out. Eternals is already a counter here, but what does Icarus also do? He flips this guy at occasions. So it ends up being, to me, in my opinion, if I see this offensively, it's like kind of like a win-win. So it's like, oh, I can just kind of, get that flip going on him, take out Dormammu a certain way. Just I notice those that go about that matchup get an easy win off of it, but others maybe they put their Eternals on defense or did something or used them up somewhere else. Because I think a lot of the tendency is that people want to use their Eternals in this node if they don't have um I mean, with the Mystic, they just want to kind of go after the Cloak and Dagger with it and try to beat the speed, like the speed Eternals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the decision making usually with their Eternals. But that have, I don't know, this setup right here seems to be working for me. Um, so I'm not gonna change that. But this one, the reason why I asked the question is that I have a pretty stout Unlimited X-Men team, and I've been thinking like, man, should I go out there and start trying to scare people off and have to two shot it, but I don't know. But then on the flip side of it, when I've seen them on defense, I want to be able to counter that, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so I'll leave them on offense, and that way I can clear the rooms. Because I think at the end of the day, what I learned from Mobile Gamer is that it becomes such a defensive slugfest that they're like leaving rooms open, 1 to 2 rooms that they're not even like clearing. Which in return, we talk about like getting Crucible points or the rewards or resources, for the store and stuff. I kind of feel like they're leaving that out a little bit on the table. And but the mindset again, that's me. That's me not being that try hard. I think for them, they want to be in the Masters and they want to kind of have a name put up on there, and it's more. I guess maybe the overall score at the end of it makes up the difference. But
Yes. There's also the T4s or the blue T4 ions that are in there.
yeah,
You get those at your rank rewards. But are those worth me missing out on a bunch of
what do they call it?
credit
Yeah, Crucible.
Crucible credits to spend in the store? And technically, that's my favorite store in the whole thing right now. It's got all the gear I want.
Yeah,
So I'm still big on getting those.
yeah, it's this one right here that we're talking of. So it's interesting, but it's just something I was curious about. And but yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into next week. Let's talk about what's going to be coming here. So there we are. So the Friday blog post comes out. Not too interesting, and I want to talk about it because it was the kind of funny emotion aspect of things for me. And I see our boy. Well, I don't know if Dale wants to chime in. If you want to chime in, Dale, you can always jump into our show. I'm going to talk about something in a second, but we got the news about Hulkbuster, and the whole thing comes off of it is that it's going to be Blitz. And when I saw this, it's like, okay, this is really where the tryhards can go aggressively to kind of see how many more of these fragments they want to get by blitzing. And I didn't see, and I just thought about this. I mean, you can tell me. I didn't notice. This is not gonna have like a leaderboard, or is it gonna have a leaderboard tied in?
I didn't say. Let's hope not. Let's hope they're moving away from leaderboards.
Yeah, I didn't say it. Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, so what I'm needing to do is I'm gonna work on my 42 man rotation. I send out two lists. I know the big person that goes out there and kind of goes about, sharing like a blitz team builder is Pathfinder. So he has really good infographics. I've used him and highly would recommend his. But then the other guy that kind of people kind of tend to kind of cringe a little bit. Some my other boy Duartic, and but he has an interesting setup. And the reason why I shared his on there because I just came across it is that it's literally the difference between his and with Pathfinder and Benny West Side. It's like it's the legit 42 roster. I think what Benny did differently is that he kind of talked about where you can do multiple characters, and they kind of left it in the open for you to kind of decide how you want to mash up the shirt or two, like hardcore players like your Icarus and Circe, and then you just fill in characters. But the other one, he had Jartic had everybody all kind of lined up there. So, anyways, but definitely that's what I'm going to do: get my blitz teams down and go at it. Now it's a 7-day event. This whole
Right.
Yeah, it starts tonight, so I definitely will try to get this video uploaded early for those that may catch it and be ready. I'm trying to think now. What's very interesting about this whole thing, though, as we look onto the blog post, again, I'm not going to get into the rewards, but there's going to be two running milestones in game that you got going. You got the monster versus machine, and then the second one is this armored architect. So this is what we've seen in the past. They just kind of mirror each other. Now, this is the big thing right here. It's the web milestone. So they're gonna have that going on as well. Now this is just freebies. I mean, it's not like shards that I can see on the rewards. I did look through this and I didn't notice any type of shards, but this is just another freebie event. And when you spend your campaign energy and ISO energy, that they're gonna give you some other legacy fragments and stuff like that. So just be mindful of. These are the ones that always, when there's a big type of milestone event going on like this with the Hulkbuster, that they tend to have some other event going on the website. So now they're announcing it because I don't remember them really announcing it when they first started tinkering with that on the web milestone. But now they do bring it up on the blog post here. So I'm glad they did that. But my segue off of this whole thing was that, like, after this Friday's blog post, a couple hours later, we got this pop up, even like on Discord, right? This was the big news, and I'll let you talk about your feel off of this one, Darth. So this one came up, and they're like Friday web store special offer, and they go on to. I mean, look, they took time into it, talking about the free daily offer that's in there, like better to catch it or it's gone, type of approach. So when you saw this, what did you do?
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you, I waited to go to the store that day, and then I waited till I was ready to spend some money, and I got my wallet out, and I got my credit card out, and I set it down next to my computer, and I logged in, and I clicked the free reward, and the reward that came up to spend money on was trash. I laughed. I literally laughed. I couldn't believe they got me so excited and ready to spend money on this game with all their announcements, thinking it was going to be something spectacular. And what was it? $3 for I'll overgo. Let's say it was $3 for 5 red star orbs and 2 uh, um Jesus, make your character bigger orbs, the training material orbs.
Yeah.
And I was so disappointed in what they had for me to offer that they decided to spend all this time and money on to make an extra blog post on and an announcement on. I did not buy it.
I know. I had to. That was shady as hell, dude.
I did not buy it.
No, yeah, and I know, and that's why it was funny that we were starting to talk about this, and I see Dale on the channel because Dale brought up the news over to us on our Discord, and I think he missed out on the opportunity though, because that was the other thing that I don't know if you know about this, Darth, but like you have to click on the free reward, which then pops up that it's amazing offer that they wrote up this whole blog post about. But if you
That's
click,
why I was ready.
yeah, but if you clicked away
That's why my
from it,
wallet was out.
yeah, so if you clicked away from it by accident or did something or closed it or whatever, you lost out. That was it. You had to jump on the pop up. So they're trying to create this whole FOMO now with these pop up offers, I guess. So now when you're in the game, when the pop up's on you want to make sure you don't lose it. I don't know. I don't know what the concept was, what the theory is, but
I'll
that's
tell you, if they want me to to click and buy pop-ups and a one chance offer. They sure better make them a hell of a better deal than what they did.
Yeah, they swung and missed on that one, but that I don't know,
I
man.
don't know
But
what I was expecting, but I it certainly did not meet my expectations.
it's just sad, man. I mean, at the end of the day, my whole take is I don't know. I'm honestly I'm more pissed about this whole thing, and I don't get like kind of salty about stuff. But why? Like, they're like there's it's like a twofold. They're like kind of pushing the web store right off of this whole messaging thing here. Um, but to be this is like advertising now on top of what they have on the store. It's really what it boils down to. It's like you're really gonna go ahead and start advertising your store now with these special offers on blog posts and alerts and stuff. I don't know, man. It's just kind of
What
weird.
they want us to change all of our spending habits to go right to the store because they'll make more money overall that way. And I get it.
Yeah.
I get advertising your store. The best advertisement for their store they did is that first time purchase offer for $1, where you get I don't even remember what it was. I think it was like 2,000 cores. It was the Silver Surfer costume. It was a bunch of stuff. I think it's still available for anybody who goes in there and hasn't purchased it yet.
Hmm.
That's the kind of thing I was expecting on Friday. Something like that. Something where I rolled my eyes and went, "Well, hell, how could I not?" You know.
Yeah.
And that's the way to advertise your store. You need to make things in your store such a good deal that I couldn't possibly pass up on. Don't put them out for the same price in your regular store, because honestly your little rewards for your bang for your buck are not what Google personally gives me for spending money through their store.
Well, to kind of close off the whole event here, we got, this is just, let me first give a shout out to the Brotherhood of the Storm, to Hicks and Updog. This one I've been using theirs because on Sunday they already have it ready. I think the other GCI guy that comes up on mobile's channel has his later during the week. But they have these already up, so this is recapping again what's going on to look forward. We got the Monster versus Machine. We got the Milestone right here going on tonight on Sunday for the Hulkbuster, and the Blitz is going to be Black Widow, Cosmic Crucible. Again, that's a big one. So we'll definitely start tinkering around a bit, seeing what comes through our next week as we're trying to inch closer together. That's the thing I forgot to ask you where you were at as far as on the ranking, but I know we're kind of within the same playing field, and so is our boy Dale. I think Dale's worked his way up. He went 3-0, so he's probably closer to you now, Darth. I know I don't think I'm that close to you. Uh,
Where do I see my?
yeah, I forget what to show it. We'll jump into it later. But then we got Adam Warlock, is the legendary character coming out, and the quick Rumble Blitz is gonna be your Wave One Avengers, and then the Flash event, my favorite one, I guess it's this one, the Nowhere Heist. And I only say that because I had to spend all that resources, and I had to keep validating that. So every time I see it, I get excited, thinking, all right, I'll get those pieces.
That's the one Flash event that I didn't max out, man.
No,
Like I cannot hit the last level of that.
Star Lord.
Yeah, Star Lord and Rocket. There's no fucking way.
I completely understand it. But what's cool about this one, they have some little prediction within, like kind of guessing on what the next ones are going to be. They even kind of look into, I guess, the legendaries here and what other repeating stuff. But right there, there's still Red Hulk. And kind of wanted to talk about him. There was something that came up twofold. Well, is this guy right here. This is coming up on the milestones. Um, This is part of the Red Hulk team, I believe. I don't know. Abomination, right? He's part of the Gamma, right?
Yes.
So they're already kind of leaking out on the data mines here about him. He's gonna be the month, and that's what I'll close out with. We're talking about Deathlock, and you feel like you may kind of be short a little bit, or something just doesn't feel right. Like I know you're good at kind of paying attention to the details as far as star levels. And I don't know if we talked about it on air, but what were you predicting your Deathlock star level to be at?
It's going to be a 4. I'm going to be 21 shards short of a 5-star deathlock.
Okay.
I mean, you can see it. You can see where you're going to end on the event. And there's a set amount of shards that you're going to get, and that sucks. Like I say it like that, but that's literally because I can remember there being a time where if you purchased one pack for your character, by the time their event was over, you could have them at 5 stars. And now it's not a thing anymore. So, like, if you want them at 5 stars, you better, I guess, be prepared to purchase 2 packs or be happy with your 4-star at the end.
Yeah, that's what I wonder. And so I'd bring that up to kind of close out here because this guy's coming up on a deadline. He's going to be September's milestone event. It's kind of like leaking out there already here, talking about the 9 separate milestones and so forth, leaderboards, you name it. This is kind of be the message that are going to be kind of leaking out there. So yeah, I'm with you on it. I mean, I kind of look at that and I saw this and it just kind of hit me in the gut a little bit. It's like, damn, I don't know. I don't know. I have to kind of recategorize my thinking. It's like, do I do a $10 offer to spend? Because sometimes I think they have something like that that may be out there that's a little bit
Talked about
more.
that before too.
Yeah,
You buy one of the main offers and then a small secondary offer to bump you a few shards to hopefully get you there. But
yeah, and I say that, and I'm gonna kind of bring up the gameplay, and I don't know if, and I'm just kind of sharing what the trends is that when we get at the end of the month-long milestone, which we're working on, it's just at this one, right, 7 days away. We're over here. We got the Hulkbuster event that's going to help us clear out the milestone, 38. And then there's always kind of a toss up. Maybe you can get to 39, but the full clear is just not there unless you purchase it. But the purchases aren't available on the last day as it carries over to the end of the month type of thing. And I know that's where, mobile gamers been talking about these offers that why you're going to purchase an offer where you don't know what's going to get you at or something like, just the math layout just is kind of weird. And normally you want to wait so then you can see where you can truly what's the right purchase to make to kind of get yourself to that milestone that you want to complete. But what I'm trying to get at is that the last time they left the offer out there, that's when they actually had that whole mix up with Mighty Thor. And if you think about it, remember like I forgot what the previous month-long event person was, but when Mighty Thor came out, it kind of mirrored where people were purchasing to kind of catch up, at the end of the month. And then that carried over to the new one, and that whole screw up happened where they had to give out a whole free month, thing. And remember that whole story there. And I think that's the reason why that they're not doing that last day offer because the mix up, how it kind of carries over, and you're purchasing two. You get two for the price of one. So that's my explanation for Scopely. I think that's what it is. It just feels
if you're gonna spend 2 days before the end of the event.
yeah.
I mean that's basically what that is. Because I would, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a few shards short last month and didn't do it because there were no offers on the last day.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap up the show on YouTube, but you guys, y'all can stay on here. I'm gonna chat with my alliance mates. I want to party with y'all. I see y'all popping into our Discord. So I definitely want to shout out with y'all, but I'm going to stop the recording here so I don't get too off topic on what we're recording. So thank you, YouTubers that are checking us out. We'll be back again on Sunday. To those, I'm in Texas. Cross your fingers. I don't know, like, I guess it's two things. Kids are going back to school, which I'm more ecstatic and excited about. But I know there's some people that are kind of nervous about all of that. But for me, I'm like, nah, man, I need them out of my house. I work from home. My kids are like gaming and yelling in the background and stuff, and I already have dogs fighting right here in my background. So that's just less people in my house that give me some headaches. But then the traffic comes to it. Then I got to drive and spend an hour like in traffic dropping off kids. So that's not fun. But good luck to all of those that are going in the same situations. I definitely are thinking of y'all, and hopefully everybody enjoys their school year that are in the same shoes. But enjoy your week. All right, bye bye.